sometimes we take for granted that our kids have everything they need to be successful, our families that we serve have everything they need to be successful. That's not always the case. And so we just want to make sure that we're doing our part to provide our students with adequate meals and other things they may need that we may take for granted sometimes. And so these brothers have agreed to use their personal vehicles to take food to some of the families who are unable to visit the school to pick up those food packages.
Any idea how many that is? A ballpark figure?
So we're starting with about 40 families, and we look to grow it. Ideally, we like to provide to any family who is unable to visit the school, and so we did start with a smaller group just to make sure that we were able to achieve what we want to achieve. But we look to grow the program hopefully in weeks to come.
And just your thoughts as the administrator here, these groups, somebody doing this, for the kids.
Yeah, so as administrator, very, very appreciative of it. That's what it's really all about, the community coming together. A lot of times I think, especially here in Montgomery, we view the school as a separate entity than the community. And I always tell people we're just really an extension of the community. And so as to the community go, as the school go, and vice versa. And so in order for Montgomery to be a great city, I think the community has to continue to support public education. Public education is so dear, it's dear to me. I'm a product of public education. And so we have to make sure we continue to look out for those students and provide those students with the resources that they need as well. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I would like to see more of it. I'd like to extend a challenge to other community organizations to come together and not look at us as separate entity. We have open door policy here, and we realize that we can't achieve everything we want to achieve without the help of community partners.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Big shoes to follow. That.
They are, aren't they? She run things, man, but we let her though. To a certain degree.
All right, sir. Similar thing. Let me start with your first and last name and spell it.
DeAndre Meadows, DeAndre Meadows. And
I guess what would your title be and who you with today?
With Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, one of the community partners with Lanier High School.
And I understand that you guys are going to take food to people who are virtually learning, who can't come pick up a meal. Just talk about why you guys, are doing this, and we'll go from there.
Yes, as an organization, Kappa Alpha Psi is an organization that's based on community service. It's one of our priorities, and what we want to do is work toward giving back to the community. It's a great opportunity for us to partner with Lanier High School and Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated to assist the parents that don't have transportation to take meals out to the kids and to make sure these kids have the sustenance that's needed so they can have the mental capacity and have the nourishment so they can continue their education. So partnering with this school and partnering with the food bank, food pantries in Montgomery, Alabama, what we're trying to do is work together as a cohesive unit to show that we are unified with our local organizations and partners with these schools so we can make a successful attempt to get back into the community.
Is there something that happened, or anybody reach out to you, or did you guys look for something? I guess, how did you guys end up doing this? Does that make sense?
Well, we, as fraternities in Montgomery, we always looking for some type of community service to get involved with. And knowing that during the COVID-19, there's a lot of virtual online schooling going on. And a lot of parents don't have transportation or they need meals at school for their children. So this is when we reached out to the schools, and we reached out to the local food pantries, and we reached out to different partners to find out a way that we can give back to the community. And fortunately, we were able to find out that this was an organization that needed assistance through the Montgomery Public School System to deliver meals. So we decided to partner with them, and this is not going to be the first time we're partnering. Hopefully, we can keep this relationship going.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you.
Lee Harris.
All right, sir. Same thing. Your first and last name is Philip.
Achille Harris. I'm the community service chairperson for the Alpha Epsilon Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity.
And will you spell your first name?
A-K-I-L-I.
Just why is it important for you guys to participate in something like this?
As an initiative for our fraternity period, one of our goals is to be service to all mankind. And when we were approached with this opportunity, we were excited and grateful, basically to participate in this effort primarily because the initiative is to ensure that Lanier students are safe, at home, and healthy.
Is this something for people who don't know about fraternities that you guys are doing year-round with different organizations? I guess if you can talk about a little bit what you guys do.
It's definitely a presence that we want the community to see. Fraternal organizations coming together for the same cause. I think we all have the same agenda, and that's to be of service in our community. And this is yet just one opportunity for us to do.
And my only other thing, what do you hope? I assume you guys will see the families you're delivering food to. What do you hope that they, see volunteerism and see you guys, devoting your time and efforts into this? What do you hope they get out of it?
One of the main things we would like to see them get out of this is that we can come together. They can stick to what their goals are in school and continue to reach, the educational goals that we have. That you can get back to your community and feel some sense of pride and gratefulness for being able to do that.
Excellent.
Okay, now we'll start now with press conference. Dr. Williams, I have you back up here. DeAndre Levels, who do you have it right now? Right down there. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today. I'll turn it over to the hands of our principal, Dr. Antonio Williams.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I think it's afternoon. It may still be morning. I'm not sure. Thank you all. First of all, I just want to welcome you to Lanier High School on behalf of the faculty and staff here. We're very excited about you guys partnering with us to make sure our students have something they need, something that's vital for their success, and that's having a good meal or adequate meal that they can eat while they're home doing virtual instruction. So thank you for that. We really appreciate the support. We look forward to hopefully partnering with you all in future endeavors as well. Hope you all can assist us with future projects. Even when students come back to school, there are other ways that you all can join us. We have an open door policy here, and so feel free to reach out to myself, Ms. Hayes, and let us know if there's anything that you would like to join us on. If you want some ideas, we'd be more than happy to provide those ideas to you. I think this is so beautiful because what this represents, and I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I wore my purple because I knew the Omegas were out today and not represented, so I wanted to make sure they felt this. We want to be inclusive. And so even though I know we compete in several different arenas, I think this is so beautiful because what this represents is two groups who oftentimes maybe compete in other areas coming together for a common goal to better our community. And I think if we can do it and we can represent it, then so many other people can take heed to our example or adhere to the example that we're setting by coming together, whatever your differences are, whatever your beliefs or your opinions, whatever the case may be. We all have an obligation to support and to assist those who may be less fortunate than us. And so, again, thank you on behalf of our parents, our students who may not say thank you, or who may not know to say thank you. I thank you on their behalf because we really do appreciate this and don't think we're just doing it to go through the motion. This truly is making a difference in the lives of those we serve. So thank you all again for your help.
I'm Cuba Ray Hayes, parent liaison here at Lanier High School. When school first started, a lot of our parents didn't know that this cafeteria and other cafeterias, there's only but 3 in Montgomery that are not open, and that's because they're having construction done to their cafeterias. They provide lunches and breakfasts on Mondays for Monday and Tuesday, and on Wednesdays for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we didn't have a lot of parents coming up, so Ms. Johnson reached out to me, and Dr. Williams gave me permission. I have to get permission to go out and try to get some families in here. And then looking at it, I talked with Ms. Claire Will, and she said, we have a bus that goes to the neighborhoods. I said, well, think about it this way. If you were a student, you got up at 7:30 in the morning, roll over to bed, because many of them not getting up out of bed, roll over, they're going to stay on that computer until 12 o'clock. What you going to do at 12 o'clock? Go back to sleep. you're not gonna get up and go walk 2-3 blocks to try to get some meals off buses. So we thought about it, and I asked permission from Dr. Williams.
In a very unique way. It wasn't an ask for permission, it was more like, here's what we're gonna do, and I want you to sign off on it.
Anyway, I thought about my special need parents here. We have some self-contained students, and we have about 30 of them, different classes. So all of those teachers, they took the opportunity on Parent Visitation Day to make wellness calls. And I said, ask them, would they like for us to deliver lunches, breakfast and lunches for Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays to their homes? And they said yes. And that means that everybody in that house will be fed except the parents. If you from 1 year old to 18. So they got the numbers for all of the kids in that house. And I talked with Dion, Keely had called me about giving out masks for Lanier. How could they partner first? And I said, well, I don't know an opportunity because we don't have the students here yet and the teachers. So we have that on the back burner. And then I talked to DeAndre Meadows, and he said, well, if we're going to partner with the Alphas, I said, I got just a project for the masks and the lunches to get out to all the special need families. Our social worker had a list. We had some from the football team and some from the poor pantry. And we just combined the list. We now have 45 families on that list and 153 students who will be served today. And what they're going to get breakfast and lunch for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we're also sending them milk. And that's why it was important that you all had coolers on your trucks and in your cars to take them. Mr. DeAndre Meadows took the lead on organizing the assignments. I just gave him the list. And I was kind of shaky last night because I didn't think he was going to get it done. I would call him, because Dr. Williams tell you, I'll call you 11 o'clock at night. You got it done? So I gave him this list, and since this morning when he came back, he said, you're going to have to do this. I said, huh? He said, I got it. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. See, I used to be a substitute teacher. I did my practice teaching at JD, and DeAndre Meadows was in my class, and he's still that prankster. Still that prankster. He's still, but he's sweet as he can be. And Akil, I want to tell y'all something about him. When he came over here and he saw, I have a boys' pantry, he saw that we needed uniforms. He volunteered and brought shirts over here. When I walked him around, and he went to the journalism class and met Mr. Ken Spears, we didn't have a printer. He did our newsletter. What's it called?
Our newspaper.
Our newspaper, the blue and white, for a whole year for free. That was colored, about 5 or 6 pages. So both of these guys are community minded. I love them. Both of these guys. Anyway, what you all are going to do, you're going to get your assignments from DeAndre Meadows, and then Keely is going to, you got the mask and the gloves. See how this partnership? God just brought us together for a reason. And you'll keep on the bench with the gloves. And now we'll have the, if you give the assignments, we can just step to